about some gear here. Right here we have brake pads. We have racing brake pads, and also even some stock ones. I brought some extras just in case mine burn through, or someone else comes and they don't have brake pads and they burn through theirs. So a very small triangle chair, great for just sitting down real quick, great for me as well with doing interviews. As far as other tools concerned, one, mechanics gloves. I have another one somewhere around here, but I have two of those. Two crescent wrenches, 6-inch and an 8-inch, and then a ratchet set from Harbor Freight. Just a very basic quarter, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive, and just the metric portions of that. I have a torque wrench here, Craftsman torque wrench, and also a 19mm socket to go along with that, so I can tighten down my lug nuts. It's important to tighten your lug nuts before and after every session, just to make sure that nothing is getting loose. I have seen wheels actually wobble off, and then basically as it starts to wobble, what it eventually do is it can just snap the studs. And I saw Miata do that at Miller, and it was a real bummer day for that guy. Screwdrivers, so a couple Phillips and 3 flathead screwdrivers. You never know when you're going to need those. This wrench set here is great. It's a gear wrench, so ratcheting, so it makes it pretty easy to work on something, and it's got the flexible head, which is also nice, and then it's got just the open crescent in there. And we have here, we actually have 2 stoppers here. When you get done with your race session, the one thing you do not want to do is use your parking brake, because it basically clenches down on the brake, and the brakes are really hot, and they can basically kind of fuse together. So what I do is I will pull up, I'll put it in gear, but I'll also chalk it up with these. So I have 2 of these just in case someone else needs one, or for some reason I want to do 2. We have invisible glass cleaner. Make sure your windshield's clear. You want to be able to see as you're racing. So I've got that and a microfiber towel. I do have this infrared gun here, so I can. What I'll do is I will check the tire temperature on the inner, the middle, and the outer, and see how things are as far as outside temperature on that specific tire. That'll give me a good idea of whether or not I am underinflated or overinflated, or properly inflated for the tires. Speaking of inflation, to check tire pressure, again, you want to do this after every session, and adjust accordingly, and make sure that you do have enough tire pressure. The last thing you want is a blowout. So I've got this Jayco tire pressure gauge. I like this one. It's got the more of a longer hose, so you can set it on here, and then this button right here will let out the air. So if you need to pressure down, you can do that. Let's say you pressure down too much and you want to pump up your tires. I have this Viair tire pump. It actually connects to my battery, and then can inflate the cords, and the hose are long enough. It does a pretty quick job of inflating that tire. As far as driving gear is concerned, I have these Oakley gloves. They are FIA approved racing gloves. I do not have a full suit, full kind of fire proof suit, but I do have the gloves, and one of the main reasons I have the gloves and not a full suit right now is, well, one, I don't think I need the full suit, but 2, if there is a fire, I would like to have at least the ability to use my hands. Not to mention this grip here is also great for gripping that stock OEM steering wheel that can get pretty smooth, and really not as grippy as it used to be. Some sunglasses that fit in the helmet well. Nice thing about these sunglasses is this is pretty small, so it doesn't hurt around the ears. We've got the helmet. I talked about the helmet before with the Sparko seat. Here are my shoes. They're Adidas Goodyear shoes. I think I got them for $5 in China, something like that. So you can go out and buy, the actual ones in the store, and you're going to spend a lot more money. but some decent racing shoes are great. One thing to kind of look at with racing shoes would be you want a sticky rubber on the bottom, which this has, and also they're pretty tight and small. You don't want a big clunky shoe in that footwell. Last thing I have is really a carry case, so I can put all this stuff. For the most part, I can put a lot of this right in this carry case, so which is always nice. With that, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit this video a like,